Pardon the interruption, but I'm Mike Wilbon. I'm told it's National Love Your Hair Day, Tony. How do we feel about that?
Tony Kornheiser, do you people think that's funny?
Yeah.
Do you really think that's funny?
You know what? People who are obsessed with hair, I laugh at them because I would have shaved it when I was 9 if I'd known how much I like it.
Yeah.
9 years old.
Somehow I don't think your mother and father would have allowed you to do that at 9.
Not at 9.
I think they would have said, you just hold off.
My
for
mother
a while.
was upset when I did it at 34.
I can understand that. Welcome to PTI, boys and girls. In today's episode, the Phillies are out. The Cubs force a Game 5, and the Chiefs face another possible loss when they host the Lions on Sunday night. But we begin today with last night's Thursday night game in New York, where the 1-4 Giants basically dominated the defending Super Bowl champion Eagles, beating them 34-17. Rookie quarterback Jackson Dart accounted for 2 Giants touchdowns, and rookie running back Cam Skattebo ran for 3 others. This was the second game in just 5 days where the Eagles scored only 17 points. Wilbon, what does this result say about each team?
How long before somebody with the Giants, whether in management or coaching, says, Skattebo, if you do that again, you're fined? Because you come down, you tear your ACL, you're fine.
Tear your ACL? I'm afraid he's going to break his neck.
Okay, I mean,
I'm afraid of that.
So the Giants have these 2 young, talented kids who bring a certain energy and spirit and maybe complete naivete. And it's working. It'll work every other week, maybe, if they're lucky, for the rest of the season. And then you figure out whether or not, they've got something sustainable in the future in terms of playoffs and contending. And so we set that aside. I'm in Wrigley Field last night just looking at the score on my phone going, what the hell is going on in East Rutherford? But the Phillies got something. The Eagles have something more. We talked about it all week. Everybody's talked about it all week. They can't figure out what to do. They have no identity. Saquon Barkley, he just shouldn't have 12 carries. Should have 20 carries. There's no load management for Saquon Barkley. He's a veteran player. You brought him over, and he wins a Super Bowl for you and gains 2,000. No, stop. What are you doing? Somebody needs to bring a coaches-only meeting to say, what the hell are you people thinking now? And Sirianni may do that because they had this happen like last season.
So 2 things stand out to me about this. One is that the Eagles, at this point now, are in what I think is serious trouble.
You mean like 2 years ago, serious trouble?
No, like right now, serious trouble.
All right.
They don't score anymore. Their rushing is not nearly as good as it was last year. Their passing is not nearly as good as it was last year. I have some numbers for you that are astonishing given who they are. They're the defending Super Bowl champions. Going into this game last night, they ranked 30th out of 32 teams in offense. They ranked 31st out of 32 teams in passing offense, and they were dead last in 3 and outs. They were going 3 and out 47.2% of the time.
Worst in the league.
Now, you may think it's irrelevant, and you may laugh at the fact that they have these internal meetings with A.J. Brown.
Yeah, I do.
And
A.J. Brown's not even paying attention.
Okay,
he's reading
right. And Saquon Barkley and Jalen Hurts.
With each other. Yeah.
But there's something wrong there. Mike, that's a 4-2 team, and their point differential is minus, and they have been outgained in all 6 games this year, and they won 4 of them. The other thing that has to be talked about is Jackson Dart, in fact. If Daboll keeps his job as Giants coach, it's going to be because of Jackson Dart. And he's probably kicking himself, or should be kicking himself, that he held on to Russell Wilson for that long. The kid has beaten the Chargers and the Eagles, who we think are playoff teams. His rating last night was 104.6. He runs and passes sort of like Jaden Daniels. I'm just saying he's got a chance. He's got a chance.
He's got a chance. I'm not going to get carried away.
And by the way, in Skattebo, you know who he reminds me of? You're old enough to get this reference. Do you remember Charlie Tolar in the AFL with the Houston Oilers?
Yes, I do.
Who was called the human bowling ball because he was 5'6".
I don't understand why he lasted so long, why people, general managers who don't like running backs, who basically say, we don't need this position. Really? This kid can't help you at some point on most teams?
So.
The Phillies went out of the baseball playoffs in a way they would like to forget. With the game tied, bases loaded with Dodgers. 2 outs in the 11th, Philly reliever Orion Kerkering, did I get that right?
Kerkering.
Botched that slow roller back to the mound. Yeah. Instead of trying to get the out at first base to end the inning and the threat, he tried for the force at the plate and unleashed what he later called a horse bleep throw. Dodgers win and advance. Oh, my God. Tone, What did you make of how it happened?
So I was glued to that game. And, in that moment when Kerkering throws it away and the Dodgers score and the Dodgers win, the next shot is poignant and cinematic. The Dodgers are running around the infield. They're literally running around Kerkering, who is in the front of the mound, His head is down and his hands are on his knees. It is the moment of ultimate sadness for him and ultimate joy. Well, not World Series joy, but to keep winning a series. Ultimate joy for the Dodgers. And you feel for the kid at that point. Now, we've seen this 100 times already. We see Real Muto standing there pointing to first, saying, throw it to first. And the kid is, 40 feet away from home plate and throws it hard and throws it wide right and loses in that moment. And it's game over, series over. It's terrible.
But I was lifted a little bit in this case. I was lifted. I needed to feel better in that the way the Phillies players came to him and hugged him and talked to him and his manager and his coaches, and he's trying to walk right through them to get to a place where he can be by himself. And they're like, no, you're going to take this hug. Yeah. Essentially is what they did.
Yeah.
And that made me, that image is going to stay with me much longer than anything the Dodgers did last night.
I think all the baseball series have been great. But you know that I do like the Phillies. I admire the Phillies. I think the Dodgers are a little bit better. Glasnow was great last night. Yeah. Sasaki was great last night. I would have walked in the bottom of the seventh. I would have walked Ohtani as well. But I was stunned that Mookie Betts, on the 3-2 pitch, he didn't go for it. It was this high. It wasn't this high. It was this high. That's all it was.
What was Ohtani going into that at bat? Like 1 for 19 or something?
Lefty power, righty-lefty situation. But if Mookie Betts thinks he's going to walk against a guy who had one walk in 23 games, really?
Toss up, to which team are you leaning on Sunday night? The Lions or the Chiefs?
Okay, the game is in Kansas City.
Yeah.
The Chiefs are 2-3. The last time the Chiefs started 2-4, they still made the playoffs. It was 2021. So history tells us this is not a critical game, although we feel that this might be a critical game. I look at Detroit right now. I think they're playing the best football in the NFL. They have the best scoring offense. After they lost to the Packers, in the next 4 games, they rocked out 161 points. So I am leaning towards them, but this gives me a very small window, a window in which Patrick Mahomes at home is an underdog and loses. Happened earlier this year against the Eagles, so there's precedent there.
I'm going Kansas City this week. Every time this year already, we, meaning collectively across all networks, stupidly, loudly declared somebody was the best team in the league. Then they lost. Early on, it was the Packers. Then it was the Chargers. Then it was the Eagles. Now it's Detroit. Detroit's fine.
Do you think they are the best team in the league right now?
Probably.
Yeah, that's what I think.
I think probably.
That's what I think.
But they're still going to lose. Right. They're not going something and one.
You think there's a curse of the best team?
I just think that what we need to look at is an actual league and its trends and its patterns. We need to look at a league where no one is 72 Dolphins or 85 Bears or the 07 Patriots or whatever year that was.
At some point, a dynasty slips, teeters.
Yeah.
Could that be happening this year?
Yes, but they're going to win this game.
Okay.
They're going to win this game. They're going to knock Detroit back a little bit. And Detroit can recover next week. And I'm not saying that. And Kansas City.
You're all in on Kansas City.
This week.
Okay.
Only this week.
Well, you put it in the confidence pool? Are you high up on it? Come on, you're going to show some guts here? Put it in the You're not. No. You're not going to do that.
You know how many points I gave Kansas City in this
Show me a camera.
2.
That's it. Great. I win. Thank you, Cody Bellinger, opting out of his contract to become a free agent. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, but why is he on solo contracts all the time? Bellinger's good.
No.
He can hit. He's a power hitter. He's a terrific fielder. Come on. Shador Sanders will back up Dylan Gabriel for the Browns Sunday. Does that matter?
Yeah, because he's the next one in, and Dylan Gabriel is not the Rock, is he? It's not.
Maybe not.
Niners and Bucks play on Sunday. Who you got?
I'm going to go with the Bucks. I mean, Baker Mayfield, man.
He's been great. He's been the MVP to this point.
I think so.
Yeah.
U.S. men's soccer has a friendly against Ecuador tonight. Break it down.
Why
what do
you
expect?
ask me about soccer? Here's what I know. United States is ranked number 16 and Ecuador is ranked number 24. So, and the game's in America.
It's a friendly.
The game's in Austin.
I mean, it's a friendly.
All right. Last one. The Aces can sweep the Mercury in the WNBA Finals tonight. Will they?
It's going to be hard for Phoenix with Sabali out with this concussion. It's just, I hate that it comes to that the best players in a series can't all play, but the Aces will probably close it out.
We're out of time. We will try to do better the next time. I'm Tony Kornheiser.
I'm Mike Wilbon. I'll talk about Chicago crowds. I forgot those with the Bears in '85. That was crazy.
You're from Chicago. You love Chicago.
Catch us on the Deuce Monday. And now, here's SportsCenter.